how does one go about selecting the best possible option? That is the bigger question that we're going to be asking. What works? What does not? Let's figure out the yays and mays of the new and old tools of trade. Now, let's hear it from the people who are in this game themselves. From the new age brokers, we have Prakarsh Gagdani, the CEO of 5paisa, and also joining us from the traditional bank-backed brokers is Vijay Chandok, the MD and CEO of ICICI Securities. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Great to be here in a room which has more than two people. Thanks a lot, Prakarsh and Vijay, for coming in. And you know, it's the first time we have the old and the new, if you must, together talking about the traditional brokers, again, if you must, versus the discount brokers. Prakarsh, let me come to you first. Everyone's talking about the discount brokers and all of that and stuff. Is cheap brokerage and ease of use your only one-trick, two-trick pony, if you must?
So I think, Bagalam, the way it started earlier was the price differential. You know, I might take two and a half years back when discount broking was just catching on. I think that was the time when price was the selling point because we were coming at a fixed fee, and then the incumbent large full service brokers were coming at a percentage brokerage on the value of the trade. But I think over a period of time that has now is negligible. Everyone is almost on the same par as the pricing is concerned. I think it's more in terms of the ease of use, the ease of opening a demat account. I mean, it might seem very easy for us, but that's a big thing, that how easy it is for you to open an account, how easy, and in language, in your own language, whether you're able to access capital market information. I think it's moved much beyond pricing.
Well, Prakarsh, I'll pick up from there and toss that question to Vijay. What do you have to offer that players like Prakarsh don't have? Because they have the advantage of pricing, like he said, or like you said, there's some more people who are you able to give the kind of discounts that somebody like him can?
First things first. Thanks for having me for this show, and you welcomed us introducing me as a bank-backed traditional broker. Bank-backed perfect, traditional broker far from that. We are as new age as one can get. And let me say that very clearly. So indeed, pricing has got commoditized. I think there's everyone who's actually converged on pricing. What really differentiates is experience. What really differentiates is whether you're able to meet a customer to his objectives of coming to the markets, which is wealth creation. So the whole game is now moved out from pricing. I think everyone have converged there to a game where you can differentiate on experiences and help your customers to get him to participate in the markets in the right way.
So you know what started out as pricing, you obviously converged and all of that, that's how markets work. A couple of questions. One, has the age profile of your investors come down as well? And secondly, your older bank-backed, so to say, have a far amount of more costs than the upstarts. So at those prices, are you making money?
Indeed, you've seen our numbers.
Yeah.
Right. So it's there for you to speak. We ended last year with more than 1,000 crores of profit. Yes. Average age, you're right, it's coming down. A couple of years back, average age in the platform used to be about 30, 31, 32, in that kind of a bracket. It's now down to 27.
Yeah.
And we are acquiring more and more younger Indians joining us. The percentage is clearly increasing.
So the average age has gone down to 27, you
That's
said. Right. What about you, Prakarsh? I mean, one would assume because you're a digital app, the average age would be even lower?
Absolutely. So almost 82% of our customers are less than 35 years of age.
Okay.
And but I don't see that as a surprising trend, because if the country as a whole, the demography of the country as a whole is a younger population, then this is just a reflection of what the overall population is. It's just that at some point of time, this investing was more considered to be someone who is matured. I mean, when I say it's by age, and you have more surplus income. But I think things have changed, and now anyone and everyone, it's become like an in thing. It's a trend that you are young, you started investing, you started earning. It's better to invest, and hence.
But is this only something that happened in the last couple of years because of the pandemic, because of the time and extra cash people have, or what's really driving this new age investor interest?
So for us, we started somewhere in 2016. For us, from day one, our population was younger. We never had an older population. So for us, it was not a change. What has happened from the pandemic is it's proven to be an influx point for the industry. It typically happens in digital space. It happens that there is one event which triggers and takes the industry to a different level.
Yeah.
COVID has proven that to be, and hence you see like all of 50, 60 million people suddenly coming to the capital markets to the direct route. I think a small trend had started earlier with people coming into mutual funds. I think pandemic has taken them one step ahead to approach capital.
So we take that point.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here. The Gen Z, the person born in the mid 90s, they are born typically as a digital native, with a mobile phone in his hand. A large population of them, about 1.5 crores is our assessment, who turned 25 in 2020. In 2021, another 1.5 crores turned 25. And this trend is going to continue. So you have a bunch of young Indians, completely digital natives, coming into economic India, so to speak. And because they live in that format, and people like us are able to offer those services in that format, you're seeing huge participation from those sets. And probably COVID has just kind of been an inflection point to bring that kind of a behavior into the market.
So let me just cut to the chase in that case, because both of you all are saying it's all about the experience, prices now converge, the new age investor is digital savvy and all of that and stuff. That still doesn't answer my question. Why would I choose something like an ICICI Direct, or why would I choose 5paisa? The house is open for both of you all. Fight us.
So first,
I'm the customer, convince me.
First things first, right? At our place, you'll get all services of investment.
Do I get the
in
new
one
place?
45 products across basic investment products of fixed income, deposits, right through mutual funds, equities, F&O, HNI, wealth products, market investors coming in giving you cases just like you have one-click investments there. Then protection, we offer all kinds of protection services. Loans, we offer all of them. So it's a one place, go-to place for all your financial needs.
Ritu's the HNI between the two of us, so Ritu, you please go for that.
Well, Prakash, what's your pitch then?
You have an RM, right? You have an RM when you need it, right? Best-in-class research, right? You have our research who's rated amongst the best on the street. You get access to all of them. And of course, you have some great propositions.
Yes.
Instant liquidity when you sell shares. Nobody else offers that.
Okay.
So there are great things going there.
Okay, Prakash, I think it's your time to counter. A lot has been said.
Okay. So our pitch is simple. You are a guy who wants to start trading.
Yes.
You are someone who...
Or a girl.
Oh, yeah, a girl, I'm sorry.
You're talking to an HNI here.
No, we have almost 15% of our customers, like women investors. So that segment is growing anyways.
There you go.
So the pitch is simple, that from the time you decide to open a demat account and invest, how entire journey is your opening a demat account takes more than 5 minutes. If it is not taking 5 minutes, then that's the first tick. Second is, how much time does it take for me to transfer funds? How much time does it take for me to execute my first trade? And is the look and feel, is the UI UX younger? Am I able to relate to the platform? I think that clicks. I mean, if you ask a younger guy why Insta clicks more than a Facebook, why a Snapchat clicks more than any other app, I mean, they would say my experience. For me and for my customer, it's the experience, and that's a starting point. If I'm ticking box all, that's my customer.
You talk about experience out here. My worry is that here he has everything. I have an ICICI bank account. I call them. There is margin and all that stuff. What if I have a different bank account and the money is debited from my bank account? The shares are not credited. There are so many people. It's just extremely confusing for me to actually pinpoint the blame. So to that extent,
and you might end up losing money in the process, right? If the money is not immediately transferred, you're not able to make the trade. What happens then? So how do you cover for things like that?
I think that problem is solved beyond. I mean, it's 99.9% solved. So today, UPI and net banking, and there are too many easy steps to which a fund transfer happens. It happens instantaneously, both back to the broker and out. So that problem is already solved. Second, it's easy for people like us on the other side of the business to say that we have everything. I mean, we do have a lot of products, but at the end of the day, is the customer looking for a platform giving everything, right? So there are talks about having super app for everything. But if you see history and if you see the digital behavior, people like one app for one thing, which does not confuse me. I come to a social networking app with an objective. I don't come to a money control with an objective. I don't come to 5paisa with same objective. Try and imagine that you put everything under one basket. Will I be more confused or will I be more happy?
That's right. Try ICICI Direct Markets. You'll get that focused, razor sharp focus on market products. and with a great user experience.
You guys have both made your points. So both Ritu and I will take our time to decide. But until then, we will watch out for the market share for both of you guys. Thank you. It was, in fact, indeed great conversation that we had. The yays and mays of traditional and non-traditional brokers who are making their pitch for the new age customers.